election. We cannot afford a fourth Liberal term of weakness and poverty. We need a Canada First government for a change. You know, this permitting economy we have, it's like the permission economy. I was asking a businessman the other day, what do we need to do to help you succeed? And he said, give me permission. In Toronto, they say if you have a heart attack, don't call 911. Call an Uber because the driver is probably a doctor. Crazy. And 85% of Filipino nurses are actually banned from working in nursing in Canada, whereas in the States, within a few weeks, they can take an internationally recognized exam to prove their qualifications so they can get to work. Even Canadian kids who go to med school abroad can't come back home and practice medicine at home because of this gatekeeping. We know the solution. We have the red seal for the trade. Let's create a blue seal for the professions. So our brilliant doctors can take a test, prove they're qualified, reduce the wait times, get working, earning powerful paychecks, making us all better off. These are the kinds of common sense solutions that will allow us all to bring more home. But we need to bring home safety. And after the lost Liberal decade, we see more crime, chaos, drugs, and disorder in our streets. Do we see any of that in Charlottetown and other towns? Yeah, this is an increasing problem that we see out of control. We have a 50% increase in violent crime under the Liberals. We have a 116% increase in gun crime. The good news is that we don't have a lot of criminals in Canada. The bad news is they're very productive. A small number of criminals reoffend over and over and over again. Rampant reoffenders who terrorize our streets and leave our people helpless, but are released within an hour of their arrest under C-75, which requires judges release offenders under, quote, the least onerous conditions at the, quote, earliest opportunity. Or C-5, that allows a career car thief to do his sentence in the comfort of his living room, watching Netflix, or playing Grand Theft Auto. And more seriously, you have C-83, the Liberal law that allows mass murderers like Paul Bernardo out of a maximum security penitentiary into relative freedom in a medium pen. My friends, the days of the hug-a-thug, catch-and-release Liberal system are going to end. We will bring mandatory prison time for serious offenders. We will repeal the Liberal catch-and-release C-75, C-5, C-83, and we will bring in a new rule that denies any repeat offender who has serious track record of crime from bail, probation, parole, or house arrest. It will be jail, not bail, jail, not bail.
Mr. Poilievre says.
And then there's the drugs that are ravaging our streets. We've lost 50,000 people to drug overdoses. More have died of drugs than died fighting for Canada in the Second World War. You can imagine that. It's just 40 milligrams, which is a tiny amount. They effectively decriminalized and encouraged prosecutors not to go after the offense. They've been subsidizing tax-funded opioids. This has led to a terrible tragedy for all of our people. And the reality is the time has come to make a change. This has not worked. We will ban the hard drugs. We will bring in life sentences for mass traffickers and producers. And we will invest the money in treatment and recovery so that we can bring our loved ones home drug-free. My message to anyone out there struggling with addiction, hang on, have hope, help is on the way.
There's some PEI.
We're going to turn it around.
3,000, I'd say.
And we're going to secure our streets and our borders. Right now,
plus,
we have
watching on YouTube
99%
right now.
of shipping containers that come into Canada have no inspection whatsoever. What do you think the drugs, guns, and stolen cars are able to get through in those shipping containers? We're going to have high-powered scanners, 2,000 more frontline CBSA officers, more watchtowers to stop illegal crossings. You don't have people walking over the border into PEI very often, but it's a little different on the prairies. But yeah, the prairies, it's a little different. The view's a little different. You can see your dog run away for 3 days. It's so flat. But the reality is we need to secure our borders. And I'll tell you how we're going to pay for it, because I said there'd be a dollar-for-dollar law. We're going to pay for it by canceling the wasteful, multi-billion-dollar gun grab that targets law-abiding, licensed hunters and sport shooters. Protect the hunters. The Liberals want to protect turkeys from hunters. We want to protect Canadians from criminals. And we need to protect our entire nation by rebuilding the great Canadian Armed Forces. Thank you. After the lost Liberal decade, where our military has been denied and underfunded, while the money that does go in often goes to botched procurements, bureaucracy, and wasteful political initiatives, we're going to end the nonsense, put the money into frontline equipment for our soldiers. We will rearm our soldiers. We will fill the vacancies within our armed forces. We will procure 4 massive icebreakers that can break open the North and make us dominant once again in the icy northern waters, kicking the Russians and Chinese out.
Frankly, I think both NDP and Liberals should lose NDP, should lose party status.
We will have new fighter aircraft, new Poseidons, and we will open the first Arctic base in Canada since the Cold War, CFB Iqaluit. Beginning. You'll have more opportunities for mentorship by our great